I, Igemen Nebeta Nathan Sampson, swear in the name of the Almighty God.
Our search for answers to the high rate at which members of parliament are voted out after serving one 5-year term in parliament saw us drive over 250 kilometers to Tororo district. The district is home to the Japadola and Itesots, but is inhabited by a multitude of other ethnic groups. West Budama North constituency has had a new member of parliament after every election since 1996. Fox Odo is the 6th member of parliament in West Budama North constituency. He's fully aware of the trend of MPs being voted out after serving one term.
Where the executive fails to deliver on the programs that they have promised the people, they will always take it out on the member of parliament.
Otieno Sidero is a 75-year-old resident of Abongeti in West Budama North. He lives all alone in this home. Sidero has an eye problem, which could have been prevented if it was treated early, but his condition deteriorated, leaving him partially blind. He partly blames it on the area's poor health services. Sidero resorted to work at this bicycle workshop as a mechanic. Like many residents here, he earns barely enough to survive. This elderly man has voted for different MPs since 1996 with no regrets whatsoever.
Ni yo kidio malukuro yo konywan. Yo kajo kidukuru ka urupa jo rumo. Wado kwa yero jo man chunguri kony pa jo nguo yerwan.
Opima Yukin is Sidero's village mate. He is a 36-year-old farmer who has had to endure the trouble of transporting his produce on the area's poor roads. The state of affairs in West Budama reflects the general situation across the country. Many Ugandan voters gauge the performance of the MPs by the contributions they make to their personal problems.
We vote somebody, a new person, when we think maybe he will reach his promise. That I will give you this and that. So we say, oh, let us try this one. Maybe he will do what he promised and later disappoint us.
A research conducted by Parliament last month showed that at least 60% of MPs across Uganda are not voted back after their term expires. A recent parliamentary study showed that only 150 members of Parliament out of 332 lawmakers in the 8th Parliament returned to the 9th Parliament, which places the high turnover rate at 55%. And out of the 303 members of Parliament in the 7th Parliament, only 144 returned, putting the turnover rate at 53%. We sounded out the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Olanya, to understand the scale of the problem.
Every year, we have to retrain because more than 70% of the members are new people. So there's time spent for people to start training again, introduce them to procedure, and that delays the work a bit.
Olanya further says the problem is worsened by the public's ignorance about the role of MPs.
A member of parliament is so isolated. It's looked at as a member of parliament, he does everything in the constituency. There's a funeral, he has to be there. There's a fundraising, he has to be there. The presence of government in terms of a constituency is not even felt.
Odoi blames it on members of parliament who promise more than they can deliver.
They will promise to attend every funeral. They will promise to pay school fees for everybody. After a period of time, people certainly see through that.
But he intends to change this notion in the next election.
I know I have made my own mistakes, and I know them. They are mistakes that I'm prepared to discuss very candidly and very openly with the electorate.
The situation in this constituency is similar to many others around the country. Its immediate neighbor, West Budama South, has faced the same challenges. Legislators will have to brace themselves for a higher turnover as a clock to the 2016 polls ticks on, given the increasing numbers of constituencies. Nagongera town is the biggest in West Budama North constituency. There is an unwritten law here that a member of parliament will only serve for one term and he will not go back. And because of that, many voters like Otieno are left with frustration and wondering whether they should vote again. Shiland Wuchire, NTV, Nagongera, Tororo District.